これは最終確認のようなものだったのだ。
なるほど。ではここからが本題ですか？
そうなる。担当直入に言おう。
やっぱり婚姻の話なのか？
シン、私と勝負してほしい。
You know, anime episodes like this are the ones that I always find really interesting, but not for the way that you think. I find it interesting because literally the only thing you need to know about this episode is Shin gets summoned by royalty. He gets summoned by the court. He gets summoned by the empire. He gets summoned by the princess. He meets the princess, and the princess of Bayericht or Bellericht or however you say it, duels or asks Shin to duel. That's it. So all you need to know is that the princess, wants to fight Shin after meeting him. That's literally all you need to know. If I told you just that alone, you could skip this episode and go into the next episode with not having missed anything. And the reason I started saying, like, I always find episodes like this interesting is, like, these are the most skippable episodes. And it always kind of baffles me a little bit because these are the studios that tend to be the most, how do you say it? The studios that tend to be the ones that violate this agreement between us, the viewer, and them are the ones who tend to have the shortest seasons. So, like, New Gate, I think, is scheduled for like 12 or 13 episodes. So, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. And I'll even do a quick little Google search too, how many episodes, just to make sure. But I think it's only 12 episodes that it's scheduled for. If I am 12 episodes. So yeah. So season 1 is scheduled for 12 episodes. So these are always the ones that tend to kind of like violate this thing. Is like they create these episodes that are just like a waste of time. And I'm not saying that it wasn't like semi-entertaining. I'm not saying that it's unwatchable. None of those are the things that I'm suggesting by any means. It's just, you know, when we have these very compact seasons and we have these anime that are pretty mid, so the chances of them getting another season, a core 2, you know, a continuation are very slim. And if they do happen, it probably is either going to happen immediately, or we might not see like season 2 till years out once again, or until they want to reinvigorate their manga sales or light novel sales or whatever like that. So this episode, and I'll kind of take you through the event. So this episode starts with, you know, with Shin, and he gives the gauntlets for Gerard or whatever his name was. He gives the gauntlets to his grandson, I believe it was. I don't think it was his son. I think it was his grandson or great grandson or something. But the next leader, he gives his gauntlets to them. He had, you know, redone the gauntlets. So that's thing 1 that occurred this episode. Thing number 2 is he met one of his older companions who was his spearman, which was like a lizard or dragon guy. And it's mostly irrelevant because they got there. He met him. He was like, "Shit, master," and then he was like, "Hey, here's your spear. All right, gotta go." And then that was it. So we had a major player within his story arc and within his companionship that was maybe 2 minutes of screen time, if even. And he gave him a spear that he had, you know, redeveloped and re-blacksmithed. And that was it. So we got to meet a companion, and then we met him as quick as we, you know, said bye to him. So it happened, but like I don't know, it felt very discounted there. Like we should have got a whole episode just focused on that companion, just like we did with Gerard, just like we did with Schnee, you know, just like we did with whatever her name is. I forget, the blue hair girl. So that we had that. Then we found out that he's getting summoned to the palace or whatever for the princess. And we had a funny scene of, let's pretend, you know, if they ask you to be married, let's pretend that Schnee or Tiara, that was her name, Tiara, or the little fox girl, let's pretend one of them are your fiance. And then the fox girl's like, "Oh, aren't you gonna mate with Schnee?" And she's like, "Ooh, let's mate," you know, because that's the, you know, virgin boy. He's like, "Oh, ew." He's just like, "Ew, can't do that." And so we had that, and then he meets with the princess, and she's like, "Fight me." That's it. That's all that happened this episode. So again, it wasn't unwatchable. It's not bad by conventional means. I just kind of felt like there were like the the dragon guy, lizard guy, whatever, I felt like we went in and we got out. And I felt like they put it in there because like they had to, but it wasn't like it's a major story point, I feel, and we just skipped over it. And then all this just to get back to the princess to say fight me kind of thing. It's just one of those things to where it's like, it's fine, I guess, but that's what keeps anime mid is episodes like this. It's like it could be so much more. So I don't know. I felt it was a fine episode. I didn't laugh one time. I didn't scoff one time. I just kind of watched it and then I was done watching it. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So let me know your guys' thoughts, maybe being overly negative or whatever. Sometimes that happens when you're talking about a show. It's like maybe it just comes off very overly negative. It doesn't mean to be. It's just honest. And it's like, these are 25 minutes I can't get back. And that's how I feel about it. Like, ooh, you know what I mean? And it could be so much more. This whole show could be so much more. And it's shown us moments of, really good moments, really great moments, really, highs. It's had really good highs, but it's had really, really low lows too. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this show, about this episode in the comments below. As always, I'm looking forward to reading your comments, what you guys think. So make sure you guys do that. Hit me with a like before you guys leave or dislike, all good, but just engage. That'll help me end the video out. And I'll see you guys next weekend. Hope you have a great one. Peace out, my friends.